皆さんこんにちは、てすです。I'm watching a new video by Pewdiepie today. Mr. Pewdiepie, hello. You'll probably never see this, but just in case you do, I saw that you went to the Ib Gallery but couldn't get in. I actually went there, so I can show you pictures of what it was like. But first, I want to watch him play Ib, just a little. If you are one of my Patreons or YouTube members, maybe you will recognize these pictures. じゃあ、一緒に見ましょう。
How's it going, bros? My name is Pewdiepie. Today we're checking out Ib. It's funny. I recognize this song like as soon as I heard it.
I can actually play this song on the piano.
Ago. That's a long time. I saw this game again when I was in Japan.
11 years ago.
There was an art exhibition and I tried to go to it. And I was so amazed that this game that was seemingly pretty obscure had a sold out exhibition now in 2023, you know, 11 years later. So it reminded me of the game and I wanted to check it out. I don't have arrow keys on my keyboard. Do I click? There we go. New game. Toilet flush to start
I actually bought this game
I remember
myself.
This too. This is so nice.
I played it so much. I played it for like 5 hours
Ib and
straight.
her parents were on their way to an art gallery. Oh, do you have your handkerchief? Keep it safe in your pocket, okay? Don't lose it. Will the handkerchief come in play later? I don't remember.
It does.
I remember all the music. I can't believe it. I think we should just start looking around. Or maybe there's some foreshadowing here and here. I just wonder if you can find Gary first. I don't remember. Ah, there is some foreshadowing because I don't remember Rose. We should talk to you. A truly marvelous painting. How does one even paint something like this? That's Gary, isn't it? Only you were still alive, I would have gladly been your apprentice. My man, that's a blob. There's Gary.
Did anyone ever play this? Yeah,
I got it all mixed up. I'm an idiot.
Gary's my favorite character. Did anyone play this? It's such a niche game. I didn't think anyone knew about it, so when I found out there was a gallery for it, like I had to go. I actually discovered this game through PewDiePie 11 years ago.
Gotta learn my
I don't think that was the game, but
it's blue liquid leaking from
it was like that time period.
Come, Ib. Where are they going? Whoever's taking these steps are taking very large steps. Kind of amazed. Or creeped out, actually, now I think about it. Oh, we go into the deep. There it is. And so it begins. Something on the ground. Blue key. All right, ready to run as soon as I click.
Nothing happens.
Was that there before? Oh gosh, what does it say? Thief. That's
so this game is about a girl that goes to the art gallery with her parents. And then something happens and she ends up going to like another gallery. And it's kind of a horror game, but like because it's so pixely, it's not too scary. So I can play it.
Oh, I did not expect that! Get the painting. Ah, yeah, come on. That's what I thought.
But this was such a lovely game for me. I played it so often when I was in high school. So it has a very dear
Why does it look like a pair of jeans?
place in my heart.
Well, that complicates it. Dude, good 4 legs.
Okay, I don't want to spoil the game for anyone who hasn't played it and is interested, but that is the Ib game. And I watched PewDiePie play it 11 years ago, and it's so nostalgic. Anyway, happy to see you play it again, Mr. PewDiePie. If you ever see this somehow, I have pictures that I can show you of the exhibition that I went to. Unfortunately, we couldn't take any videos. The places that we could take photos was very limited. However, we could take some photos. So the elevator had the advertisement on it and you had to buy tickets beforehand. I was very, very lucky that I got to go in. The guests that went, some of them dressed up like Ib and Gary. It was really cute. They even brought like roses and stuff. And then when you go in, they had the little rose in a vase. You could take pictures with it, and in that photo frame is text from the game about how the rose works. In the game, the rose is like your HP. And they had actual photos from the game. They even had the gallery music playing, so it felt like you were in the Ib gallery. It was so much fun. To be honest, it was a very tiny space, but considering the space that they had, they did really well. This is one of my favorite photos from the game. I love this painting so much. In the game, when you go to the other gallery, the scary gallery, some of the photos move, as you saw earlier. If you stood and watched the paintings long enough, you could actually see them move and change. So like, for example, this one blinks. So if you stood there and watched long enough, you could actually catch it blinking. And some of them also make sounds. There's like a heart, you could hear it beating. Or there was also a cat, and you could hear the cat meowing very quietly if you listened really hard. It was really cool. These ones are photos from the section that PewDiePie was playing. So there's the egg, and then the worm, and then I forget what you call it in English, but the case that the caterpillar goes in, and then the butterfly, and then the spider eats the butterfly, and then that's when the statue comes and chases you. This is the giant picture that's in the gallery while you're walking through. There was also a section, we weren't allowed to take photos in it, but there was like a sign, and it said welcome to our home, and to the right of the sign was the curtain that you go through to use the VR headset. If you've played Eve before, there's like a room full of scary dolls. You're trapped. You have to look through the dolls to find a key. You only have a limited amount of time before you get caught. So they had a VR set that you could put on your head. It kind of simulated being in that room. I actually have kind of an embarrassing story. So when I went, I was really excited. So I was kind of not really thinking clearly because I was too excited. The VR headset was connected to something, and there was like a little, almost looked like a remote. When you play the Ib game, you have to walk around the room and choose the dolls to open up to find the key. So that's what I thought this VR headset game was. So I thought you had to use the remote to like choose the doll, because that's how the game works. But that actually was not what it was for. It was just to keep the VR headset connected. So I felt really sorry because the staff was telling me don't touch, and I didn't understand what he was saying because I was too excited. And it was bad. He finally had to just take it, and I felt really sorry. As you saw PewDiePie walk into, there's like this giant picture on the floor of the giant fish, and you walk into it, right? So there was a dark room, also behind a curtain. There was no music, just like sounds of water, and the picture was moving ever so slightly, so it looked like water. If you walk through the canvas, you will enter another world, basically. And so Eve goes down there, and then she enters the second gallery, which is scary. Staff were blocking the way, but basically if you went into this painting, you could go to the other gallery. This middle picture, you saw that it moves, right? If you sat and watched it long enough, you would actually see it change for a split second, very short time. But you could catch it, and I managed to catch it. Oh, this is one of my favorite parts. So in the corner, they had this little stand. To make a save file, you have to write in a book. So everyone was lining up to this book, and you could make a save file. So I wrote a save file, and everyone was saying like save shimashita with the day and the time, and it was a great time. This is one of my favorite pictures of the little birds. Maybe PewDiePie never played this section, I'm not sure, but there's like an extra dungeon. So PewDiePie, if you see this and you continue playing Eve, you will find this photo near the end of the game. It's one of my favorites, they're so cute. And then, after you go through the whole gallery, which only took about 30 minutes or so, it wasn't big at all, they had a section where you could buy a lot of souvenirs. These are the souvenirs that I bought. I wanted the game because the gallery was to celebrate the Ib game coming out on Switch. Originally it was just a free game, a free indie game that you could download. I bought the game, and I played it for 5 hours. I also got an art book. This is my art book that I got, and it's actually so cool. I don't know how much of this I can show you, so I'll just show you a couple. It just has like original artwork from Cody, and they also have like little character sketches. They also had like fan art in here too, which is really well done. I also got this giant poster because I bought the physical copy of the game, and as you can see it says an exhibition of works by the artist Cortana. And there's Gary in the corner. Gary's my favorite, I love him. Who doesn't love Gary, honestly? And then you could also buy like, I don't even know what you call them. They're like acrylic sets. So they have 3 sets. They had a Ib version, a Gary version, and a Mary version. And I bought the Mary version. I really wanted the Gary version, but he was all sold out because, you know, Gary's like everyone's favorite, so obviously he sold out first. But yeah, I have a keychain that I bought like 8 years ago. So Ib and Gary are here too, and I got the Mary version to match. And you could buy statues and pictures to put into your set. It's almost like a gacha system, so you couldn't tell what you were getting. You just had to like choose randomly and hope you got the one you wanted, and I got my favorite photo! I was so happy. The rose was complimentary just for coming in the first place. So now it just sits up here. That was the Ib gallery. It was a great time. I don't know if any of you have ever played Ib, know about Ib or anything, but I'm hoping Pewdiepie sees this so he can know what the exhibit was like. It was super, super fun. I would definitely recommend it if they ever do this again. I think this was their second time making the gallery. I didn't know about it the first time. Hopefully if they make it a third time, you should definitely go. じゃあ、終わります。Thank you for watching me talk about my game interest. また見てね。バイバイ。